And joining us now is Karolina Borońska-Hryniewiecka, Associate Research Fellow at the Université Paris Panthéon-Sorbonne. Welcome to TVP World.
Good morning, everybody. Nice to be with you again.
So good to see you again too. And my first question is going to be of a fairly general nature. Some commentators are suggesting dark clouds are gathering above the French democracy and that within a few months we might be seeing a far-right government. Now, do you think this scenario is inevitable at this stage?
Well, today in the morning when I woke up and I watched a few of the news channels in French, because I'm in Paris now, I was thinking, and looking at everything what's going on, I was thinking, maybe quite ironically, but I think maybe this is the time for France to taste it. Maybe this is the time for France to have this far-right government, as other countries tried, like Poland, for example, to test it and to see it and to decide how it is, in fact, in real life, because we have seen this surge of support for Rassemblement National over the last decade. And this is, for me, as I'm looking at it from the outside, it's unstoppable. And I think that even if in the second round now, Bardella and Le Pen will be somehow stopped, and thanks to all these triangulations and strategic votes, they will not get absolute majority. I think that they might be on a better path to winning the presidential elections. So this is very tricky. I mean, to tell you mathematically, nothing is certain. Today, IFOP, so the pollster, French pollster, has estimated that Rassemblement National will not get, most probably, absolute majority. That means that Bardella will refuse to take the position of prime minister. To be honest, looking at the moods, I don't know what is the best solution for France at the moment. It is very, very interesting, very exciting, emotional, and as you see on the streets, also very passionate.
Right, and I'm really glad that you mentioned that also now the voters decided to take it to streets and show their discontent. Now, for instance, they converged on the Place La République in Paris, I believe, now to show now the discontent there. And I feel like these scenes were similar to the protest against Jean-Marie Le Pen of the election of 2002, as he qualified as the candidate for the party known as the National Front. So back then, now the parties and voters joined together now against the far right, putting their differences aside now to beat the extreme candidate under the policy known as the cordon sanitaire. So I feel like, of course, now the political landscape in France has changed dramatically. So do you think that today it is possible now for now, let's say, the opposition to put their differences aside and unite to beat the far right?
Well, we already see that most of the Republican candidates, let's call it so, the Macronists, the centrists, and then the left, the United Left, New Popular Front, they have announced, their leaders have announced that in case that there is a second round in which their candidate is second or third preferred candidate, and there is another candidate who's stronger from another party, from the Republican side, they're going to withdraw. It's called barrage. In other words, I see that this pro-Republican responsibility, if you will, is taking over particular individual political interests. And I'm actually kind of surprised that even Jean-Luc Mélenchon, who's the leader of called extreme left, La France Insoumise, who was a problem for the left, for the United Left. He's even today saying that the candidates of La France Insoumise, who are going to be third, they should withdraw to give space to the stronger one. And the stronger one might come from centrists, from Macronists. So we can see that the only party that did not announce this willingness to give space to another Republican force in order to block Rassemblement National is Republicans. Republicans, and I'm speaking about those Republicans who did not join Rassemblement National in the first round, because let's remind everybody that Eric Ciotti, president of Republicans, he actually joined Marine Le Pen and Bardella, and they were candidate together in a coalition. So that was a big split among Republicans. Now the other part is hesitating, but I think that they have appetite to be the, we would say, the pivotal party after Sunday, when Bardella is in a position of simple majority and might need some votes, might need some mandates to create absolute majority government. And then maybe the Republicans, they have around 8% at the moment, they might step in. They might have around 30 to 50 mandates, and this might be a decisive support to form absolute majority. And then we would have right-wing government composed in majority of the far-right Rassemblement National, but also supported by Republicans, who might, if we look at it in a positive way, those might be the ones who might tame, moderate somehow the policies of potential extreme right-wing government.
So there are still many unanswered questions, and we're going to be coming back to this topic as the situation continues to develop. For the time being, Karolina Borońska-Hryniewiecka was our guest today here on TVP World. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.